kills an Egyptian trying to prove his call. Sometimes we do things out of season and time trying to prove our call, trying to prove our friendship, trying to prove how committed we are. And in doing so, instead of adding, you take away from.
Yes, sir.
Here Moses was a man that was sent from God, and he didn't even really realize the fullness of his call, and so he tried to make it happen in his own strength.
Yes, sir.
And there's something about when you try to make something happen in your own strength, it'll cause you to do things that God never told you to do because you're trying to show everybody you can do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right.
How can you bless and curse? How can he be called to be the deliverer and he's murdering?
Yes, sir.
It was not a just kill. He had not been released. Kind of like, come on, y'all been there, kind of like how sometimes we do in the church today. We murder with our mind.
Come on. Yes, sir.
And we think it's just kill.
Yes, sir.
Pastor, God, they don't know sister or brother so-and-so like I do. You better watch that one. No, you better watch you.
Come on.
Moses, now God has Moses in a place of humility. Many of us had to be broken because we were like Moses. We tried to do our calling before our calling and our election was sure. Who are you? So most of his life he's been trying to be Paul. That's just his name. That ain't who you are.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Paul is a name that somebody gave you.
Yes, sir.
Called your parents. But you're always becoming who God purposed you to be.
Yes, sir.
But if you think it's Paul, then you're trying to be Paul.
Yes, sir.
Who and what is a Paul outside of a name?
Yes, sir.
Moses is called by God, but he's been named by somebody else.
Yes, sir.
Half your struggle is you trying to be your name. And you're trying to make your name great. And in trying to make your name great, you'll fall on your face every time.
Come on. Yes,
But he said, if I be lifted up, he said, I'll draw men unto me. Well, what most people forget about that, Sister Frida, if you the one lifting up the name of God, he draw men into him, he going to draw them to you too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
There is a place in God that God is calling us to in this season, but many of us that were chosen for this set season had to go through some hailstorm.
Yes, sir.
And all of it wasn't the devil.
Come on.
And all of it wasn't God.
Yes, sir.
And all of it wasn't your family.
Come on.
And all of it wasn't your friends.
Come on.
Some of the major stuff was you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Moses is in a place of humility. Somebody say humility.
Humility.
Somebody say God got me in a place of humility.
God got me in a place of humility.
Guess what that meant? That meant you had to lose some things, and some of y'all almost including your mind, just to realize that if God don't do it, it can't be done. And how I know that is you wouldn't even be in the church this morning if you were not at that place.
Yes,
You
sir.
got to understand that you're at the best place that you can be in when you realize you can't do nothing without him. That is the greatest place to be in. If you have anything that makes you think you can do it without him, I feel for you. If you think a man gonna do it, a woman gonna do it, a church building gonna do it because you come to service, I feel sorry for you. It's only a matter of time before you go down to naught. Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. You were born and never showed up because all you knew was Paul.
Yes, sir.
Moses has a greater call, and now God is going to call him, but he's got to get his attention because he has come now. He's become used to a certain lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
The lifestyle he's accustomed to now is struggling and just getting by. He's in a broken place.
Yes, sir.
Many of you all are in a place in your life that you're in a broken place. Oh, it's nice that you're all dressed up and wonderful. That's good. But the truth is, many of you all are in a broken place. Let me tell you something. The broken broken place is the best place.
Yes, sir.
Because now you'll be sensitive enough to hear God speak to you, and not your wife, not your husband, not your girlfriend, not your boyfriend, not your mama, not your daddy. You in a place now you won't even listen to yourself.
Come on, yes, sir.
Moses in a place, God's got to get his attention, and the only way he get his attention, he's got to do something he ain't never seen before. He causes a bush to burn and don't burn up.
Come on, yes, sir.
It says that the bush was burning, but what he didn't know, the bush was the angel of God. Okay, let's read it again. Because now I think we're at the right place.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read that for me, co-pastor. Yes.
Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the back of the desert and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire from the midst of a bush. So he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, but the bush was not consumed. Then Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush does not burn. So when the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, God called to him from the midst of the bush and said...
Now imagine this. The bush is on fire. But now the bush is on fire and it's speaking. Oh, there is some situations that come in your life that'll talk to you. Oh yeah, keep living. You will say, what is this? And it'll talk back to you.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes it's your own kids. What is this I have done?
Come on, sir. Yes, sir.
God is speaking to him out of the bush, and first of all, the bush got his attention because he noticed that it wasn't burning up. He noticed it wasn't consuming. Now there's a voice coming forward. Read on, honey.
God called to him from the midst of the bush and said...
Stop right there. I want everybody to point at me for a moment this morning. Say, Pastor Langston.
Pastor Langston
is my bush.
is my bush.